Shawty had bright brown eyes. She'll make a grown man cry. She looks like she came from heaven. You told her lies. How could you make her cry? He know he doesn't deserve you. I've seen you in my dreams. Oh, don't wake me from the sleep. My queen will be a king. You already know the deal, girl. He don't deserve you in his arms. He don't deserve your love and warmth. He don't deserve you. Let me show you I can love you.
What is going on, family? Thank you for showing up for the third episode of the Urban Turban Podcast. My name is Reef, the real Reef, and I am extremely grounded that you are here again to listen to me talk about nonsense. No, to listen to me talk about my opinions on things. I'm really appreciative. So let's get into it. So this episode, and once again, you're gonna see me look down from time to time to look at my phone or my notes. This episode is particularly about my musical journey and why I stopped doing music for a good while, and why I'm starting to restart my musical career after a long hiatus. And so, the first topic I want to talk about is the current state of the industry. And one of the reasons why I stopped doing music was, and it's still going on to this day, is the overwhelming negative entities or presence in the music industry, whether it's from hip hop, R&B, country. A lot of it is just very self-deprecating. For me to say it, a lack of in a lackadaisical term, yeah, very self-deprecating. But in my opinion, I am a spiritual person, so I'm going to speak it how I see it, a very demonic presence in a lot of music. And even over the weekend, for instance, in the entertainment industry in general, a lot of things are rigged. A lot of things are made to look very fake and phony. And for me, that was a big turnoff as a creative, as a creator, as a child of God. I'm really not into fakeness. I'm not into you know, devilish things, demonic things, negative things. You know, I am a strong believer in all naturalness. I think that all things natural are of God. So I'm not against secular music. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not, a religious. I'm just a spiritual person. I have a connection with my God directly, right? But I think there is a hypersexualization that is in music in a negative standpoint, promoting a lot of toxic female ideas. There's a hypersexualization of men, and particularly in hip hop, black men, of hypersexualization. If you look at overall, the entertainment industry has gone down. And, even if you look at one of my main loves, which was hip hop, which is the reason why I discovered music, that, you know, the original purpose of it was to uplift. I mean, we don't got to be singing kumbaya, but the stuff that's promoted after me now, literally about to be 35 in a couple days, you know, you think that it would change. And so whether it's Brooklyn or whether it's Chicago, whether it's Memphis, whether it's fucking Baltimore, it's all the same shit over and over and over and over. And like, I'm 35 now, about to be. And you look at when I was 19, 17, partying to the same type of music, the frequencies telling you to shoot, kill, murder, pop a motherfucker, pop that pussy bitch. Like, we still doing that now? And like the original music wasn't about any of that. It was about our struggle, our trauma. And so now I just feel like they take these same young cats, whether it's from my generation, from these newer generations, and offer them a whole bunch of money in front of them to promote trauma when the music was originally supposed to be for a release of the trauma, for us to find solutions. And so that's a really big turnoff for me with the music industry and why I decided to step away. I felt like there was no lane for someone like me. Like once again, like I'm not a saint, I'm not a sinner either, but like I said, I'm somewhere in between. And for me, I just don't really rock with promoting, you know, uh disrespect of men, disrespect of women, disrespect of children, grooming type behaviors that is in music, whether it's Nicki Minaj or, you have Ice Spice at the Super Bowl throwing up the Baphomet. Like, I'm not really into all of this, demons culture and witchery and all of this other stuff that is being heavily promoted. And I know there's a lot of people out there like me, whether you're religious, whether you're not religious, you know, that see what's going on in the world, especially in entertainment here in America, and what we're putting out to the world is really toxic. And I know there's a lot of people that just don't even listen to modern music because of that. Like they literally listen to their old stuff that they liked, and that's it. They're like, I don't listen to that because that's something wrong with that. You know what I mean? So for me, um, another reason was, I really felt like there was no way for me to make money from it. I was coming from being from the hood, being broke. I was just trying to get a deal. At one point I was just willing to be in Diddy's writing camp and Diddy's production camp, and I had a way of possibly making that happen. But I'm thanking God that now that I never wound up doing none of that stuff, signing with people, taking laptops from people. Oh, I'll pay for your laptop, and because you got talent, you're like, oh fuck it, I just give them all my royalties, and as long as I can get a check, as long as I can eat, and so I, I for one have experienced what it's like to be taken advantage of because of the fact that you come from poverty. So I don't put it past none of these younger cats or these kids that's doing this drill music or whatever. They flash them some money. They say, hey, you have these bitches, you can have these drugs, you can have all of this, and they're like, fuck it, all I gotta do is tell my story. Like I live this shit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But these people in these boardrooms don't give a fuck about you know the detriment that it's causing to our communities, whether black, white, whatever. Because you listen to country music, they promoting the same shit. It's no different. It's just guitar, same fucking chord progressions, C, B, and they talking about drinking and this bitch left me and that and all. It's all the same shit. It repackaged if you really listen to it, and it's no creativity. It's all the same decay, of promoting decay in our society. And so, you know, uh, whether it's the 360 deals, whether it's the really crappy deals, whether it's, the royalties and the streamings, and they even reducing the money that people are getting now from streams, there's, y- unless you sign with the industry, and even if you look at the dinosaur record labels, they're not even making any money. You know what I mean? That's why they're coming after TikTok and all this stuff like that, because they're not making any money. They've extorted, and it's this rightfully so that now they're can't even make any money. And so I find that kind of full circle in some way. But the reason why I got back into music is because for me, after the experience of doing music with my brothers, and things didn't go right, as some of you may know, and being taken advantage of because I allowed myself to be taken advantage of because I didn't educate myself on the music business side. um I personally, you know, want to remain an independent artist and prove that you can make it as an independent artist without promoting trash, without promoting things that are against your moral code. Once again, I'm not a saint. I'm not a sinner. I, my music will talk about all aspects of life, whether it's love, romance, political views, all of that. The struggle, solutions. I think, that's necessary to put a positive, trajectory towards the music and not just talk about murder, sex, drugs from a negative aspect, the disrespect of sex, the disrespect of our bodies, the disrespect of our communities, the suicidal music that's out here. I'm a big believer in life and I promote life, more life for everybody. I feel like that's what we're here for. It's to spread love, not hate. It's the Brooklyn way, according to Biggie. So, you know, I wanted I want to put out music that really inspires people to be better human beings, you know, and I just want people to feel something when they hear it, just feel something real, not manufactured, not, in the words of Frank Ocean, pitch corrected, computed emotions. Like, I understood what he's saying. Like, there's no, we're being programmed right now, and there's no creativity, like genuine creativity. It's all, numbers and figures and what sells, and not what the people feel. Like, that's what I want to bring back to music. So that's why I got back into it. Um, on top of being a creator all around, I draw, I make art, I write, I'm just a creative individual all around. That's what I love to do. And I think that is, what we're designed to do, is to be spiritual and wealthy. I think that, the pursuit of money and all of that is healthy. But a lot of times, I spoke about this on my Instagram the other day, that a lot of at times people have this negative viewpoint of money, to all of these so many mental blocks. And money is an inanimate object. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have emotions. It's not an energy. It's not a flow. All this woo woo shit, that negative woo woo shit to me, that people talk about money. It's an inanimate object, and so it's our birthright to be wealthy. And so it doesn't have an emotion, and we need to take out these negative, programming that they've put in our consciousness about money, and it not being spiritual. And it is, we're supposed to be wealthy, if you're spiritual. And if you're spiritual, if you're following your dreams and your heart, and you're not hurting anybody. So for me, I had to realize that money is neutral, just like the music. The music is neutral. It's what you do with it. Just like a gun. A gun is neutral. It depends on who you are and what you do with it. Just like a knife. A knife can be used to unfortunately stab somebody, or it can be used by a five-star chef like Wolfgang Puck and make you the dopest meal you ever had in your life, and you be eternally grateful for that creation. And so I think it's all about what we do as spiritual beings, and if we're in alignment. A lot of people do a lot of things for money, and they wind up not being happy. I work in a corporate job 40 hours a week and do this, and I come in there with a smile on my face because I know that I'm at least following my spirit, and not letting my dreams die. And I think that's the problem with most of our society, is that whether it's you decided to work in an office and you wanted to be a plumber, and you wanted to be the best damn plumber, and your dad said, "No, you can't be no fucking plumber. You suck. You can't cut pipe." Pause. So at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing for us as spiritual beings is we have to follow the path that we were dreaming of. And whether we achieve massive success from it or not, that's our purpose. And so wealth is not just money. And we have to really understand that as people. Wealth is not just money. Money is cool, money is fine, But you ever notice how some people have some money and they don't need it? Like they just always have it, and they just they don't they don't know how to get it. They just don't. It's because sometimes those people, a lot of times those people are just following some protocols to get the money. You know, they don't even know it. They're just probably spiritually inclined to it, and so some people will struggle and scrape their whole life and have all these poverty mentalities when it comes to money. Pardon me. Um, and we got to remove that. You know, it doesn't serve us to have all these negative views of money. And so I'm a strong believer, like I said, that we are spiritually inclined to follow our dreams. That is what's given to us by the Creator, by God, by Yahweh, whatever you call God. I'm just naming different names, Allah, whatever you call God, the Spirit, the oneness. Even if you're not a believer in God and you're an atheist, you know the goodness inside of you. You know that's what we're supposed to be following and becoming our higher selves and not trying to achieve things by force. We need to achieve it by flow. And so anytime that we're taking a job that we don't really like to earn an income, you're killing a piece of your soul. You're killing a piece of your mental. You wonder why everything is effed up in this world. It's because everybody is just doing things. They're selling out. They're literally selling their soul. They're selling their bodies for things that they don't believe in. And so for me, I can't do that. I have kids. I cannot do that. I cannot sell my soul to make some money that's not real. It's fiat. And all this shit is borrowed from us anyway, because we ain't gonna take none of this shit when we leave. The only thing that matters is our impact and how we affect people before we go. So for me, I have two people that are looking up to me as the example that they want to see, that as the example that they need to see in the world is someone following their dream and their passion. And it doesn't matter how much quote unquote success or money you make from it, as long as I'm happy. I think that's the biggest thing that people need to understand is you have to be in a state of bliss. You have to be in a state of nirvana, you know, when you're doing something, that flow state. And most of the time, we're out of flow. We're stressed the fuck out. You want to know where your next meals come from. We're living paycheck to paycheck. And I feel like the only way we're going to get out of that is by being creators. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in front of a camera or do music like me. There's many ways to be a creator. If your passion is animals, go learn. Go. It's never too late. Go become a vet. Go out in the savannah. Go do something with animals. If your passion is people, go do something with people. Go feed the homeless. We have to be doing what our heart desire is. And so I can't be another voice on this planet Earth that is just letting my soul die and not do things that I want to do, as long as I'm not hurting anyone by force taking things. That is my main message is the promotion of spirituality and human rights. And I think that's it. And so my medium, how I do it is by being creative. Like I said, drawing, videos, music, uh, you know, clothing, all these different things that I have an interest in the creative realm as far as like what we call creative here. And so for me, that's the reason why I got back into it. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to listen to me and listen to me talk and rant and and go on. But you know, I hope that this resonates with you. I hope that at least I sparked some interest in you for you to follow your dreams, no matter the status, no matter what it looks like. Because at the end of the day, none of us are perfect. We're all flawed people, and we need to be comfortable with that. And that doesn't mean that because you're flawed, you're not deserving to follow your dreams. Because you're flawed, you know, you can't become the best version of yourself. You can't live your life as the best version of yourself. You can't spread joy and happiness. And so I just want to say, I love y'all. And I hope that you have a great fucking day, a great week, a great weekend, a great year, a great life. And I love y'all like a fat kid love cake. And y'all know, those of y'all who know me, y'all know I love cake.
Put some respect on my name.
Peace.
Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Been telling these haters that I'm the greatest, man. Back when I was just homeless, I couldn't see the plan. Praying for steak, but didn't have no pan. Broke bread with them when I had nothing. Took advantage of me cause they knew they can. Not to front, all I wanted was friends. Guess it was all a part of God's plan. I'm cashing checks, watch me grow my I ain't got no enemies, all I got is in
What is going on, family? I am Reef. I am an audio engineer with a plethora of experience in many different genres. Not just hip-hop, not just R&B, not just pop, you name it, anything in between. Afro beats, folk music, you name it. If you need your track mastered, you came to the right spot. I've done stuff for TV, radio, commercials, it doesn't matter. I can do it all. I'll master your dog. Whatever you need, you came to the right spot. If you need that bop,
grab my seat at your table. When I sleep, I make paper. You know God, I'm in his favor. I'm doing good, moved out the hood. White people say, hey neighbor.